dear friend to a quiet moment just for you. As the day begins to fade and the world outside softens, it's time to settle into a space of calm and gentle rest. Find your most comfortable position, letting your body sink into whatever supports you. No need to hold any tension. Simply allow yourself to relax, to be held. Now, take a soft, slow breath in, feeling it fill you with peace. And as you breathe out, release any worries, any thoughts that no longer serve you here. Just one more gentle breath, in and out. Good. Allow my voice and the quiet story we're about to share to be your anchor. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, except right here, listening. Imagine now a place of ancient wonder, a place where time itself feels like a soft, slow current. It is a temple, not grand in an imposing way, but vast in its quietude. You stand at its threshold beneath an archway carved from pale, smooth stone. The air here is cool, carrying the faintest scent of old marble, and perhaps a hint of something green, like distant moss. Tall, weathered columns rise around you, disappearing into shadows high above, where the soft glow of a moon, or perhaps something even older, casts long, gentle lines across the polished floor. This is a place where silent stories reside, waiting patiently in the tranquil hush. From the polished floor, your gaze might drift upward, following the gentle lines of light as they climb the tall, slender columns that hold this quiet sanctuary. These columns, made of smooth, pale stone, seem to touch the very ceiling, which arches high above like the gentle curve of the night sky itself. Here, the air is cool and still, carrying the faintest scent of old stone and something green, like distant moss or sacred herbs. No sudden sounds break the stillness, only the soft, distant murmur that seems to be the temple breathing gentle rain in background. As you allow your eyes to explore, you notice patterns carved into the stone subtle, almost hidden. Perhaps they depict star charts or ancient symbols of forgotten constellations, guiding spirits through cosmic journeys. Or maybe they are simply decorative, spirals and interwoven lines that speak of endless time and patient artistry. The moonlight, or whatever soft illumination bathes this space, plays tricks with the shadows, making these carvings seem to shift and whisper tales only the very oldest stones remember. Near one of these grand columns, a small, worn stone bench sits tucked away, almost a part of the wall. It invites a moment of rest, a quiet contemplation of the ages held within these hallowed walls. The surface is smooth from countless years, a silent testament to those who have come before, seeking peace in this tranquil refuge. Every detail here, from the soaring architecture to the smallest carved symbol, seems designed to slow the breath, to quiet the mind, and to invite a deeper sense of calm. The quiet whisper of the air here carries a timeless serenity, a stillness that settles deep within you. Beyond the grand entrance, a long, cool corridor stretches gently into the temple's heart. Sunlight, filtered through high, narrow windows, casts soft, shifting patterns on the polished stone floor, like golden lace laid across an ancient pathway. Each massive pillar along the corridor is intricately carved with scenes of quiet reverence sleeping deities, serene celestial beings, and winding, delicate vines that seem to grow from the very stone itself, reaching upwards towards the unseen sky. As you drift slowly forward, the air grows subtly cooler, carrying the faint, clean scent of old stone, damp earth, and perhaps a distant, barely perceptible hint of sweet-smelling incense. The high, vaulted ceilings arch gracefully above, creating a sense of vast, protective space that seems to hold the quiet wisdom of ages. Your steps, if you were walking, be muffled by the profound quiet that blankets everything here. There's no rush, no urgency, only the soft invitation to observe and absorb the gentle history unfolding around you. The corridor eventually opens into a wider, circular chamber, bathed in a gentle, diffused light that seems to emanate from the very walls themselves. In the center, a shallow, perfectly still pool of incredibly clear water reflects the arching ceiling and the subtle gleam of the carved pillars mirroring the ancient symbols in its undisturbed surface. It's so tranquil, so perfectly calm, that it feels like looking into a window of pure, undisturbed peace, holding the temple's quiet dreams within its shimmering, liquid depths. A lone, faint echo of dripping water might occasionally break the silence from deeper within the temple, only to be absorbed back into the profound hush as the faint echo of dripping water dissolved back into the profound hush. The air around the shimmering pool remained perfectly still. The soft light, perhaps from unseen openings high above, continued to dance upon the water's surface, painting shifting patterns of silver and shadow on the ancient marble walls that rose gracefully around it. Each ripple seemed to carry whispers of forgotten ages, yet no sound truly broke the deep tranquility. Your gaze might gently drift from the liquid heart of the chamber, following the smooth, cool stone upwards. You notice how the temple's architects had carved delicate motifs into the pillars nearest the pool, not fierce guardians or dramatic tales, but rather serene spirals and flowing lines, like the gentle currents of a quiet stream or the slow unfurling of a fern. These subtle carvings invited contemplation, their worn surfaces softened by centuries of timeless air. Beyond the pool, a wide, low archway beckoned, its entrance draped with soft, dark moss that seemed to absorb any stray sound. It did not lead to a brightly lit hall, but rather into a passage that deepened in peaceful twilight. The air there felt even cooler, carrying the faint, clean scent of damp earth and distant, sleeping foliage. It suggested not an end, but a quiet continuation, a further descent into the temple's serene mysteries. You might imagine yourself stepping softly across the cool, smooth flagstones, guided by the very hush that enveloped this ancient place. The path gently curved, revealing glimpses of what seemed to be a subterranean garden, or perhaps a sacred grove nestled deep within the temple's heart, illuminated by a faint, otherworldly glow that seeped through unseen crevices in the stone. The air here felt wonderfully cool and still, carrying the faint, sweet scent of damp earth and unseen, rare blossoms. This sacred grove, truly a marvel hidden deep beneath the temple, seemed to breathe with an ancient, quiet life. Tall, slender ferns unfurled their delicate fronds, shimmering softly in the ethereal light that filtered down from unseen crevices above. Moss, thick and velvety, cushioned the winding paths beneath you and clung to the gnarled roots of ancient, unidentifiable trees that reached silently towards the unseen sky, their broad leaves a deep, tranquil green. It was a place of gentle, timeless growth, where every leaf and stone seemed to hold a whispered secret from forgotten ages, a sanctuary untouched by the world outside. Soft, distant water, dripping a small, clear pool of water, collected in a natural basin near the center of the grove, its surface perfectly still, reflecting the soft, otherworldly glow like a polished, dark mirror. The faint, musical drip of water from above occasionally broke the profound silence, a soothing rhythm echoing gently through this deeply peaceful sanctuary. Near the pool, a single, smooth stone bench, worn by countless ages, but inviting, seemed to beckon for quiet contemplation. You might notice the subtle curves of ancient, faded carvings on the surrounding rock walls, almost hidden by trailing vines and clinging moss, depicting symbols of growth and tranquility, an ode to the enduring peace found in this hidden heart of the temple. The sheer timelessness of this space wraps around you, a gentle embrace. The gentle embrace of the temple's hidden heart deepens, pulling you softly onward. Your senses, now attuned to the ancient whispers of this sacred place, perceive a subtle shift in the air. A cooler, fresher breath seems to drift from further within, carrying with it the faint, clean scent of damp stone and something akin to night-blooming jasmine. The air itself feels ancient, infused with countless ages of quiet devotion. You follow this unseen current, your steps light and hushed across the smooth, cool flagstones. The path here widens slightly, curving gently into a more expansive, circular chamber. Its ceiling, a vast, unseen dome, rises high above, allowing a soft, diffused light to spill downwards from a central aperture. This gentle illumination, pearlescent and soft, reveals a tranquil, shallow pool at the very heart of the chamber. Its surface is perfectly still, a flawless mirror reflecting the ethereal light and the intricate, time-worn carvings that adorn the surrounding walls. soft ripple sound, then stillness. These carvings depict celestial maps, constellations swirling in a silent, cosmic dance, and mythical figures gazing up at their starry counterparts with serene expressions. The water in the pool seems to hold the very essence of the starlight, shimmering with a quiet, internal glow that seems to emanate from within its depths. Patches of luminous moss, a deeper, more profound green, cling to the ancient stone edges of the pool, mirroring the verdant hues from the outer temple. But here, they seem to pulse with a softer, almost otherworldly light. The air around the pool hums with an indescribable stillness, a profound quiet that feels both ancient and eternally present. It is as if the universe itself has paused here, in this sacred basin, to reflect upon its own silent beauty, inviting you to share in its timeless contemplation. The stillness of the sacred basin holds the starlight, each tiny point a distant memory, a forgotten dream. The water, so still and clear, mirrors the heavens above, a perfect, inverted cosmos. You feel a gentle hush settling deeper around you, a quiet reverence that seems to emanate from the very stones that line this ancient place. From the basin's edge, your gaze might drift slightly upward towards the soft, gentle rise of land where ancient trees stand as silent sentinels. These are the guardians of the sacred grove, their branches reaching like gnarled arms towards the quiet sky, draped with whispers of moss and tendrils of starlight. The air here carries the faint, sweet scent of damp earth and distant blossoms, a perfume of peace that deepens with each slow, soft breath. The ground beneath these venerable trees is covered in a carpet of emerald moss, soft and yielding, absorbing any stray sound. Moonlight filters through the thick canopy, dappling the forest floor with patterns of silver and shadow, like an intricate, ever-shifting tapestry woven by unseen hands. There are no harsh edges here, only the soft curves of nature, smoothed by countless ages. A gentle breeze stirs, barely a whisper, carrying with it the faintest rustle of leaves, like a collective sigh from the grove itself. It's a sound that invites deeper relaxation, a natural lullaby from the heart of this ancient world. Everything here feels settled, timeless, as though it has always been and always will be. A quiet sanctuary where all worries simply fade into the gentle, verdant stillness as your gaze drifts slowly past the broad, ancient trunks. You begin to notice a subtle shift in the light. The deeper you venture, not with hurried steps, but with a quiet, observant presence, the more the grove reveals its secrets. A path, almost imperceptible at first, winds gently ahead, paved with smooth, age-worn stones, now softened by a carpet of emerald moss. Subtle rustling of leaves, distant trickle of water. Each stone seems to whisper of countless dawns and dusks it has witnessed, a silent guardian of this sacred space. Overhead, The canopy of leaves forms a magnificent natural dome, filtering the sunlight into ethereal patterns that dance upon the mossy ground. Rays of golden light pierce through the dense foliage, illuminating motes of dust that drift lazily in the still air like tiny dancing stars. The air here carries a faint, sweet scent, perhaps of damp earth, ancient wood, and unseen blossoms, a fragrance that wraps around you like a soft, comforting shawl. You follow the gentle curve of the path, noticing the intricate patterns of lichen clinging to the ancient tree bark, each a miniature ecosystem in itself, thriving in quiet harmony. Here and there, a small, unassuming stone marker, perhaps an offering stone from centuries past, rests half hidden amongst the ferns, its surface smoothed by time and gentle hands. It's a place where every element, from the largest tree to the smallest pebble, feels deeply interconnected, holding a silent, shared memory of peace. The very air seems to hum with a low, tranquil energy, inviting you to simply be, to breathe, and to let go as the gentle hum of ancient peace settles around you. A soft, winding path begins to emerge, barely visible beneath a carpet of soft moss and fallen leaves. It invites you deeper, away from the wider, sunlit glades, into a more secluded part of the sacred grove. Here, the trees grow taller, their branches intertwining overhead like the vaulted ceilings of an immense, natural cathedral. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy in dappled patterns, painting shimmering gold and soft green hues upon the forest floor. Each leaf seems to hold its own tiny droplet of light, gleaming like a hidden jewel. The air here is cooler, carrying the faint, earthy scent of damp soil and ancient bark. A hush falls, even deeper than before, as if the very trees are listening, holding their breath in quiet reverence. You notice ancient stones, partially covered in emerald moss, forming natural seating, or perhaps the remnants of forgotten altars, now reclaimed by the patient earth. As you gently follow the path, a faint, rhythmic sound becomes audible, the soft trickling of water. It draws you towards a small, hidden spring, where crystal clear water bubbles up from beneath the mossy roots of an enormous, gnarled oak. This spring forms a tiny, still pool, its surface reflecting the canopy above like a dark, polished mirror. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, a soft, rhythmic sigh, like a lullaby sung by the grove itself. Subtle, rustling leaves, gentle water trickle. This is a place where time seems to slow, where the hurried pace of the world outside simply dissolves, leaving only tranquility and the quiet beauty of the mythic wilderness. You feel a profound sense of belonging, a gentle whisper from the deep roots of the world, reminding you of the quiet strength found in stillness and the timeless wisdom held within these ancient, sacred spaces. Your breath naturally deepens, matching the slow, peaceful rhythm of the grove, inviting a deeper sense of rest. Gentle rhythm of the sacred grove continues to cradle you. Each slow, peaceful breath, a soft echo of the ancient trees around you. The air, cool and fresh, carries the subtle scent of damp earth and distant, blooming night jasmine. As you stand or recline, a soft, ethereal glow seems to draw your gaze deeper into the grove's heart. It's not a light that demands attention, but one that gently invites, hinting at a quiet path that winds between venerable, moss-covered stones. These stones, smooth and cool to the touch, seem to have been placed by hands long past, forming a natural, silent walkway. You follow this silent invitation, your steps cushioned by the softest moss, moving without effort. The canopy above, a velvet tapestry of deep greens and shadowed leaves, occasionally parts to reveal slivers of the tranquil night sky, dotted with distant, shimmering stars. The subtle hum of the grove, a symphony of unseen life, fades slightly as you approach a clearing. Here, the trees form a natural, hushed amphitheater around a single, ancient structure. It is a small, weathered shrine, carved from a stone that seems to drink in the moonlight, giving off a soft, pearlescent sheen. A quiet pool of still water lies before the shrine, reflecting the subtle glow of the heavens above and the ancient carvings etched into the stone. The air here is even more profoundly still, a deep, reverent quietude that settles over you like a soft, comforting cloak. This is a place of profound peace, where time itself seems to slow, allowing only the gentle ebb and flow of your own calm breathing to mark its passage. You feel a deep, reassuring calm wash over you, knowing that this tranquil sanctuary holds only serenity, ready to guide you deeper into peaceful rest. The deep, reassuring calm settles around you, a gentle embrace within this tranquil sanctuary. Each breath you take is a soft whisper, echoed by the quiet hush of the ancient stones that form these hallowed walls. You might feel a subtle shift in the air, a cool, clean breeze carrying the faint scent of old earth and sacred herbs, a whisper of time passing softly. Your gaze, soft and unfocused, begins to drift, moving past the smooth, worn surfaces of ancient columns, their gentle curves rising towards a dimly perceived ceiling high above, where shadows dance in quiet patterns. Slowly, effortlessly, you find yourself drawn towards a central courtyard, open to the night sky. Here, the air feels even more expansive, yet still held close by the surrounding architecture. The grand, yet subtle, design of the sanctuary guides your quiet journey, inviting you to simply be. In the very heart of this space lies a perfectly still pool, its surface like polished obsidian, reflecting the sparse, distant stars above with pristine clarity. The water is so calm, so utterly unmoving, that it seems to hold the very essence of quietude. Small, carefully placed stone lanterns, with a soft, warm glow, illuminate only the edges of the pool, casting gentle, dancing shadows that barely disturb the stillness. Soft, distant water lapping sound. No ripple disturbs its surface, only the silent, mirrored tapestry of the heavens, a celestial map unfurled beneath the open sky. It is a place of profound reflection, not just of light, but of peace itself, where the ancient world meets the cosmic expanse. You feel your own thoughts become as placid as the water, settling into the quiet depths of this sacred space, allowing any lingering worries to simply dissolve into the night, carried away by the gentle flow of peace, leaving only tranquility behind as the last ripples on the water's surface fade. A gentle, almost imperceptible shift occurs in the air around you. The soft glow of moonlight, which before seemed to dance on the liquid, now appears to emanate from within the very stones of the ancient structure, guiding your awareness forward. You find yourself drifting slowly, effortlessly, into a vast, open hall. Towering marble columns, cool and smooth to the touch of the mind's eye, rise gracefully towards a vaulted ceiling that seems to stretch into the endless night sky. The hall is not empty, but rather filled with a profound stillness. Intricate carvings depicting serene celestial maps and ancient constellations adorn the upper reaches of the walls, catching the faint, silvery light. There are no harsh shadows here, only soft gradations of gray and pearl, creating a sense of boundless, airy space. A faint, sweet fragrance like blooming jasmine mixed with damp earth hints at the proximity of a hidden garden or sacred grove just beyond the archways that line the far side of the hall. You might notice the subtle, almost rhythmic sigh of a distant breeze, carrying with it the whisper of leaves, a gentle reminder of the world outside, yet perfectly contained within the temple's embrace. This grand hall feels like a bridge between the deeply private sanctuary you just left and the wider, ancient wonders that lie beyond. It is a place of transit, yet also of arrival, where the quiet energies of ages past gather and rest. Allow your awareness to simply float here, noticing the intricate patterns on the marble, the gentle curve of the arches, and the soft, cool air that circulates freely, refreshing and calming with each imaginary breath. There is no hurry here, only the timeless invitation to simply be, suspended in this serene, moonlit space, awaiting whatever quiet discovery may softly unfurl next, awaiting whatever quiet discovery may softly unfurl next. As your awareness gently settles, a faint, almost imperceptible hum begins to resonate through the air, like the soft whisper of ancient stone. It's a sound that doesn't demand attention, but rather invites it, drawing your gaze toward the subtle shifts in the moonlit chamber. Ahead, a grand archway, carved with patterns that seem to flow like water, slowly comes into clearer focus. The moonlight, silver and soft, filters through this opening, illuminating a path of smooth, cool marble Each step feels cushioned by an unseen serenity, as if the very ground understands your peaceful intention. Passing beneath the graceful curve of the arch, you find yourself in a long, quiet corridor. Tall, slender pillars rise from the floor to meet the high ceiling, their surfaces etched with stories told in symbols and delicate lines, too intricate to decipher fully, but beautiful to behold. The air here is still and cool, carrying the faint, clean scent of aged stone, and something else, something like distant moss and starlight. On either side, the walls are adorned with niches, each holding a small, unlit brazier, hinting at ceremonial fires long since banked. Yet, even without flame, there is a warmth here, a sense of timeless peace that cradles you. The corridor gently curves, revealing at its end not another chamber, but an opening to the soft, night air. Quiet breeze stirs through, carrying the scent of damp earth and distant, blooming night flowers. Through this opening, a glimpse of the sacred grove awaits, its ancient trees silhouetted against the deep indigo sky, their leaves whispering secrets to the stars. The journey has been gentle, a quiet unfolding from one tranquil space to the next, each revealing a deeper layer of this ancient sanctuary. You are simply moving through a sacred dream, wrapped in the quietude of ages, carried by the subtle currents of the night. The subtle currents of the night carry you now into a wider space, a grand, circular chamber deep within the ancient sanctuary. The air here is cool, yet holds a deep, resonant stillness, as if the very stone breathes in slow, measured intervals. Above, a high oculus, a perfect circle carved into the domed ceiling, allows a gentle, diffused light to spill downwards. It is not the light of the sun, but rather a soft, ethereal luminescence, perhaps moonlight filtered through forgotten clouds, or the faint glow of distant stars. The walls of this chamber are of polished, pale marble, adorned with intricate, timeless carvings. They depict not fierce battles, but serene processions of figures, quiet celestial maps, and flowing patterns that seem to trace the paths of unseen cosmic rivers. Their details are soft, worn smooth by countless ages, yet still convey a profound sense of ancient wisdom. In the very center of the chamber rests a large, perfectly still reflecting pool. Its surface is like dark glass, mirroring the high oculus above and the soft glow that bathes the room. Ripples never disturb its surface, suggesting an impossible depth, a window into another, equally tranquil dimension. You feel no urge to rush, only to observe, to absorb the peaceful quiet that emanates from every stone, every silent reflection. This sacred space invites you to simply be, allowing the ancient hush to settle around you, deeper and deeper still. As the ancient hush settles around you, the air itself feels imbued with stillness, a profound calm that invites your very being to rest. Your gaze might gently drift across the smooth, cool surfaces of the temple's interior, noticing how the soft, diffused light traces the delicate patterns of age on the polished marble. Each colossal column stands in quiet reverence, reaching towards the unseen ceiling, its subtle imperfections telling tales of centuries silently past, stories whispered only to the stone itself. A gentle breeze, barely a whisper, might stir the air, carrying with it the faint, sweet scent of distant blossoms from an unseen garden, or the cool, earthy aroma of ancient, hallowed stone. You find yourself drawn deeper into the sanctuary, each step on the worn flagstones a soft, almost soundless landing, a respectful cadence in the vast quiet. The path leads you now towards an inner courtyard, open to the soft, darkening sky above, where a perfectly still reflecting pool mirrors the gentle glow of the late afternoon or early evening light. Around the pool, carefully tended, ancient moss clings to carved stone benches, inviting a moment of quiet repose. The water's surface is unbroken, a dark, liquid mirror holding the secrets of the sky and the temple's quiet, towering architecture. There are no ripples, no disturbances, only a serene calm that deepens the silence, drawing you further into its peaceful embrace. This is a place where time seems to slow, where the hurried pace of the outside world fades into an indistinct memory, leaving only the tranquil present. You simply observe, allowing the stillness of the water to reflect a similar peace within you, as the soft light gently shifts, painting the ancient walls in deeper, softer hues of approaching twilight. A silent promise of deeper rest, the soft light continues its gentle dance, now painting the ancient walls in deeper, softer hues, as twilight truly settles within this hallowed space. The air itself feels richer, denser, carrying the subtle scent of damp stone and a faint, sweet aroma that might be from unseen, rare blossoms tucked away in crevices of the temple. You notice how the surface of the sacred pool, once shimmering with the last bright reflections, now absorbs the light, becoming a profound mirror of the deepening calm. Small, almost imperceptible ripples still travel across its surface, whispers from the spring that feeds it, or perhaps the gentle breath of the temple itself. The soft, rhythmic sound of gentle, distant rain outside continues, a natural lullaby against the ancient stone, enhancing the feeling of being utterly cocooned, safe from the world beyond. Your gaze drifts along the intricate carvings on the massive pillars surrounding the pool, stories etched in stone, softened by centuries of touch and shadow. They depict serene figures, perhaps ancient guardians or benevolent spirits, their forms peaceful, their eyes closed in eternal contemplation, their silent vigil unbroken. A faint, ethereal glow seems to emanate from some of these carvings, not a bright or startling light, but a soft, internal luminescence that hints at the deep, quiet magic imbued within this place. It is a slow, steady pulse like a gentle heartbeat of the temple, shared with the calm flow of the sacred water. The coolness of the stone floor beneath you is a reassuring presence, anchoring you to this ancient ground. The air, though cool, carries no chill, only a refreshing purity that seems to cleanse with each slow breath. This moment is simply about existing, observing, and allowing the profound peace of this sacred space to envelop you completely. As the water's surface becomes darker, more profound, a deep sapphire mirror reflecting the last vestiges of subtle light from the temple's high arches. As the sapphire mirror of the water deepens, reflecting the high arches above, your gaze might gently follow the subtle upward curve of the ancient stone. The temple walls rise with a quiet majesty, each block a testament to ages past, polished smooth by time and reverence. Along the upper reaches, where shadows play softly, you begin to notice delicate carvings, almost imperceptible at first. These are not grand, bold figures, but subtle, winding patterns like petrified vines or flowing rivers, etched into the cool, pale marble. They seem to whisper tales of the very waters that now lie so still beneath them, stories of springs and sacred streams that once fed this hallowed pool, flowing from the heart of the earth itself. The air here is cool and profoundly still, carrying only the faintest, almost imagined echo of a distant, unseen world outside these sacred walls. Within this deep quiet, you might feel a gentle pull, sense of being completely embraced by the temple's timeless peace. Each carved line, each smooth surface, seems to hum with a silent, ancient energy, not overwhelming, but deeply reassuring, like a soft, steady pulse from the core of the world. This is a place where time slows, where the past is not forgotten, but woven into the very fabric of the present moment. The subtle light from the high arches continues to cast long, soft forms, dancing lazily on the polished stone, revealing more of these intricate, almost hidden patterns as your eyes gently adjust to the deep tranquility. You are simply here, absorbed in the quiet grandeur, letting the ancient hush settle around you like a soft, comforting cloak, guiding your senses deeper into this restful calm. The air itself feels still and old, carrying the faint, earthy scent of damp stone and distant moss. Your gaze drifts, following a subtle, winding path that seems to curve gently around ancient, polished columns. This path, worn smooth by countless soft footsteps through forgotten eras, invites a quiet exploration. It is not a grand thoroughfare, but a hushed, meandering way leading deeper into the heart of the sacred space. The light here softens even further, becoming a diffused silver, filtering through unseen openings high above. Soft, distant echo. Each step is a whisper on the cool, smooth stone, a gentle communion with the quietude that pervades this place. You might glimpse intricate carvings on the walls, just beyond the reach of the soft light, hinting at stories held within the stone, but not demanding attention. They are merely part of the ancient tapestry, calming and still as you continue your slow, unhurried journey. Your slow journey continues, each step a soft whisper against the ancient flagstones. The passages, though grand, now seem to widen slightly, leading you not into another enclosed chamber, but towards a gentle transition. A cool, fresh breath of air stirs, carrying the scent of damp earth and distant, night-blooming jasmine. The muted light from the stone walls begins to fade, replaced by a softer, more diffuse glow. You find yourself emerging from the carved stone corridors into a quiet, open-air courtyard, nestled deep within the temple's embrace. Above, the sky is a vast canvas of deep indigo, dotted with a few early stars that twinkle like scattered dust motes, far beyond any earthly concern. Tall, slender cypress trees, ancient sentinels, stand guard around the edges of the courtyard. Their dark silhouettes reach gracefully towards the sky, their finely textured leaves rustling ever so softly in the barely there breeze soft, rustling leaves. This gentle sound is the only movement, a lullaby woven by nature itself. In the very center of this peaceful enclosure, a small, circular pool of water lies perfectly still, reflecting the faint starlight like a polished obsidian mirror, undisturbed by any ripple. A low, moss-covered stone bench, cool and inviting, sits beside the tranquil water, offering a silent invitation to pause. This sacred space, open to the vast, calming night sky, feels like a serene, beating heart within the grand temple complex. It is a place where earth and sky meet in quiet contemplation, a timeless sanctuary. The air here is profoundly still and peaceful, a natural hush that settles over everything, inviting deep calm. The stories held within the stone walls now feel like distant, comforting memories, replaced by the gentle, timeless narrative of the natural world. Softly unfolding under the stars, the last echoes of ancient whispers fade, dissolving into the quiet symphony of the night. Above, the sky is a deep, velvety canvas, scattered with countless pinpricks of starlight. Each tiny gleam is a memory of a distant sun, a silent witness to millennia of slumbering worlds. The air, cool and soft against your skin, carries the scent of damp earth and night-blooming jasmine, a fragrance that has graced these sacred grounds for ages untold. Gentle crickets, distant owl hoot a soft breeze, rustles through the topmost leaves of the ancient trees, a sound like hushed secrets shared between old friends. The temple's weathered stones, once vibrant with human story, now seem to absorb the moon's silver glow, becoming one with the quiet landscape. You are not just observing, you are becoming part of this profound stillness, sinking deeper into the soft embrace of the night. The subtle movements of the forest floor, the slow unfolding of night flowers, the gentle murmur of a nearby hidden spring. These are the only narratives left, soothing and eternal. No need for grand tales or forgotten histories now. Only the simple, profound peace of the present moment. Your own breath begins to mirror the slow, even rhythm of the sleeping earth, rising and falling with a comforting regularity. Let your thoughts drift away like the lightest clouds across the moon. The world around you is softening, blurring at the edges, inviting you to release all worries and simply be. The ancient wonder of this place, the quiet wisdom held within its stones and trees, now extends to envelop you. A gentle lullaby sung by the cosmos itself. Allow yourself to be carried into the deep, restorative sleep that awaits. A peaceful surrender to the quiet magic of the night. The journey is complete and rest calls.